So it just shows you that you don't know what is happening behind the scenes. So sometimes you did it and you get so fed up and you get so vexed and you're just over everything. You don't know what went behind the scenes because me did it upset like dog, right? Go to God and I cuss about it. Like me tell a cuss, fed up, patience done, every patience run out. Right? Every patience it just run right out. Okay, so basically we have a different view, right now. And as you can see, you see there's something up there, so we keep on a blow on a box on the place. Yeah, but basically this is a different view. So this is my dorm room right now, so you can see the something. And basically that's something that already up there, right? It already up there when I come, but it did kind of pop down, right? So because it popped down, I did my brother put some white tape on it and paste it back up, just because if you know you know, but basically just because. So basically that's why that stays so. But right now, and I just realized that the fact that I have on this shirt, I don't talk about something else, but the fact that I have on this shirt, I feel like say it's only fitting for me talk about this topic. But basically it's a story, right? So it's something that I never did expect God to do, in a sense, right? So we're talking about school. So we're talking about school. So basically from the start school until now, honestly, me can tell enough story. Me can tell a lot of stories, but from me tell about something recent. So basically after the exams they'd finish in December, right? So grades come out in a January, and don't mind if something blow, but grades come out in a January, right? Now when the grades come out in a January, there was one particular grade, and that is why I talk about this. There was one particular grade that it did lower than expected for me, because you ever just sure about something to a certain extent. So this grade was actually sure about it to a certain extent. Now when grades come out, me say, I really foolish to write on the paper. Like that was what made I think to myself. Me say I really foolish to write on the paper. And so basically me just realize what the point. But basically let's just say, so the grade was like a B minus, right? So it was a B minus, and I say, I don't think me forget B minus in this, especially because me did learning at the course, you understand? So when you learn one course, you know you deserve a higher grade at that. And in the moment, me say to myself, say, well on. So I full just mark on the paper. And basically, since me did start UE, my GPA just really don't, like it don't pass a certain point, right? And me really have to say to God, me say, God, like you tell me say, this is going to be almost 3 years me got UE. And me cannot get the GPA past a certain point. That really bad, like it just within a certain range, but you just not pass that. And me say to God, say, look how me try last semester, look how me ball last semester, look how much problem I did in the last semester with coursework, with courses, them with submissions. A lot of issues did arise and balling, and then a lot of things did happen, right? Raise the blood pressure last semester. And me really did serious, and I said, listen, me get things together, right? That was what me say. So now me know some me get things together last semester. Me know me did work hard last semester. So now when the grades come out, me say, God, you tell me something, I really cannot be put in that much work and the GPA still not go where I want it to go. Like me really have to sit down and I say, why? And on top of it, SciTech play a big role in this. That faculty play an extremely big role in it, because may I tell you, especially because with my courses them, all of my SciTech courses them come with a lab. So it means you can go the lab, and but the truth is that me no know, or based on what I've seen, me don't know if nobody I get full marks on what lab. Like them always find something to take off marks on, either for your drawings them or the way you answer the question them, or so, but them are gonna take off marks, right? because nobody now get no full 20 out of 20. People might can come close to it, but Celtic is not for the weak. But me just say that it's not for the weak. So now the grades come out, and me I say to myself, say, me never expect this. And either way, school it start back. Me just accept it and can I move on with my life, because I say, at least I never did fail that particular course. So me I say to myself, say, it's all good, even if me never expect that grade, it's fine. I mean, I say to myself, say. So now, I think it was like maybe 2 weeks after school up back or something. Then somebody messaging at the group saying that no, and bear in mind, I feel like me I jumped the story. But as I said before, it was a B minus. And I said to myself, so I know I get higher than this. And basically that grade itself prevent me from getting the GPA I actually want, right? Because the goal is me not aim for, oh my god, a 4.0 or no big number, but me just want it for an increase. You understand? So each semester you just want a little bit up on it, you know what I mean? So that was it. And the thing about it is that the week before that person texting at the group, was it the week before or the exact same week? Feel like an exact same week. It's like, remember we'll just call it Tuesday, because I remember the day, I remember all of that go, but let's just say that. And me have my little mental breakdown, because me I say, look how much effort me put in. Like at that point me start to feel sorry for myself, and I say, oh god, my life just hard and everything just upon me. That is what me start to think. But basically me just under pressure, because the semester start, the work I pile on for me, things I start due, the labs them I get draining again. And then me I say, look me the last semester and look on the grade. And what I think too is the type of person maybe sometimes I take up a problem, put on my head, when the truth is that if you just leave it alone. Like that's one thing that God really kinda show me, saying me have enough problem I carry and I pose for myself. You cannot take up everybody's problem and put on your head, because me not God, me cannot carry the load. And yes, you might feel concerned for somebody or whatever, but at the same time you feel concerned or whatever and you feel like you want to help people, but sometimes it's so draining, because guess what, when you wouldn't feel bad about other people's problem, even if them not ask if you bad about it, but sometimes the type of person maybe if somebody says something to me and then probably just a say to you, but me really take it to heart and say, oh my god, this really bad for you or something like that, and me really sit down and think about it. So during that time I said to myself, say, the weight they just way too much. When I did 2 weeks after school they start, but I know how I go. But it's like me just like I say, it does too much. Like I feel so overwhelmed. The work beat me, it kill me already. School just start back. The labs them me start to feel extremely drained, and usually when I start feeling drained and my labs them, that is not a good thing. I just feel fed up, because me say, oh god, everything not go right. This are the problem, like me just I think about all of the problem them what I have in my life. And I think the day I did come back from class and I go sleep, because the thing about it is that, especially because when you have a routine where it's like you spend more time out of your day at the schoolwork than anything else. So it's like you go to school, you come back and you do work. So for example, me get up at class 8 o'clock, go through my school day, I come back and you tell me 11 p.m. in the night, catch me, I'm still at work from 8, and then I go wake up 8 o'clock again and do the same thing. So it's like, it's very draining when you realize, listen, me up from 8 o'clock I do work, it is 11 p.m. or 11:55 p.m. I'm still at work, right? So basically there was no balance, right? There was no balance. So it's like me so drained, but it just feels so fed up kind of, right? And remember the day I come from class, and the thing about it is that when I come from class I usually just do the work I need to do, forget it over with. So that particular day, the way how my head did mash up, my head space is just so mash up, like me never do no work. Me literally have a little mental breakdown, because I say, God, listen, a lot is going on, right? And as I said before, you're probably the pressure from school, and also if you put that problem on your head. And at the same time, I didn't miss myself, say, God, this I get way too much for me. Like it I get way too consuming. Is me I start to get confused, me I start to get fed up. Me just feel like no matter how hard me try, things just not work out. Because look at even last semester. Look at the effort me put in last semester. The blood, sweat and tears last semester. And that means I'm still not get the grade I'm supposed to get. And that was when we did actually have vent to God. Right? And me don't know about nobody else, but sometimes me and God really cuss. That's honest truth. I remember this, no, not me and God, but me cuss God. Because me say, God, look at all what me I try to do. Me I try to do the right thing. So how this will backfire upon me? How this not will work out for me? Look at the effort that me I try to put in. Right? It's not like me just sit back and I wait for something that's happened all by itself. Me I put in the effort, me I put in the work. Right? And it's like me start cuss God because me it's like not even cussing but me a vent. Me tell him to listen, me actually very fed up now because me do all of that and it still not work out. So what you want me to do at this point? That is exactly what me tell God. So me say listen, me do all of that, it never work out. Me try my hardest and it still not work out for me. What's the point of all of this then? If me put in the effort and it not work out, if me don't put in the effort, it's still a problem. Right? And me did so that my headspace literally mash up. And after me done vent and me tell God to listen, this everything in my life is a problem. And look how everything the same fear go wrong. That was exactly it. That's the key sentence in the entire prayer. Why it seem like everything I go wrong? The more me try to do the right thing or the thing to better myself, why is it that it seem like why is it that it seemed like things are go more wrong, right? And basically that was where we just went and then we go sleep. No, me is not the person was sleeping at the middle of the day. But listen, it's like me come back, call it maybe like 3 o'clock already in time, then I'm gonna sleep. So usually me not sleep in the day, but you know, I go sleep. And what's so funny is that it was like a 1 hour nap. So when we get up from the nap and me check my phone, the person texting at the group say they mark the grades them wrong for the same course that me I talk about. So it's like they mark the grades them wrong for the same course, and that's the same course. I'm telling me get the B minus, and me I say, you know what, me give up because when we put in that effort and I get B minus. So anyways, then so they mark it wrong. I don't know if the system did mark the multiple choice aspect wrong, so it looked like that was the problem. And then them say everybody grade change. So now me hurry up, me just wake up, but me just hurry up go on SAS and me go check the grade. When me go on it now and me check the grade, me see the B minus turn to A minus. So it's like me did and me say, so God really? Like after me literally just done cuss you out, after me just literally say to you, so why everything not work out how it's supposed to? You understand what I mean? So it's literally so funny because after me done cuss and me done vent and tell him say all of this not work out. Everything what me do it just seem like it not work out. Right? Everything what me see, there's a crash and a burn and nothing not go how it's supposed to go. Nothing not go right. And as me a cuss about it, and me a vent about it and me tell me go sleep and wake up, the grade change. The grade change. So that is, and then in that moment it's like me kind of laugh because me I say, God, you just a play some trick on me. You literally just a play. It's like in that test my patience somewhat, right? You know when somebody tests your patience, it's like that test my patience in a sense because me I say, you know somebody that come and cuss, right? You know me that come and cuss and go bad, and you know me, and basically me feel like the lesson out of it is, don't pay attention to what you see going around you because me in my mind thinking that, oh, me really did get the B minus, right? That is what me thinking in my head because that me actually see. But what was happening behind the scenes, me never know. Because one, me never hear of lecturers changing grades after them release it. Me never hear that before. That's a one thing. And so when the grade them change and the lecturer say, oh, whatever, then me say, this can happen. So it just shows you that you don't know what is happening behind the scenes. So sometimes you did it and you get so fed up and you get so vexed and you're just over everything. You don't know what going behind the scenes because me did it upset like dog, right? go to God and I cuss about it. Like me tell a cuss, fed up, patience done, every patience run out. Right? Every patience it just run right out. And you tell me say you did already do all of this behind the scenes and me did you never know what was going on. So it actually very very funny because me did a cuss. You know, you tell us say me come and me cuss like me vex and me say this not work out. And then me go sleep. And by the time I sleep and wake up, the grade change. And literally to me literally just have to say it is like God that play tricks on me. It's like him, whatever I do, me no know what I want. I just did it in my own world. I work with what I see, right? And that's why it just usually show even more that don't always follow what you see. Don't always follow what your eyes and see because it can be deceiving. You don't know what really I want, right? That's why them say for walk by faith, right? And what's so funny even after that is that when that B minus change to A minus, right? The GPA go up too. So then in that moment, me say, well, wait, the GPA gone up. So after me check the grade, I say, oh, it's A minus. I say, oh, me check the next document, we have the GPA. And let me tell you something, that's the highest my GPA ever been. It's the highest that it's ever been since we come at this place. Since we enter this mad house, that's the highest it's ever been, right? And remember how I told about that point that the GPA just seemed like it cannot pass. It just seemed like it's stuck within a little certain range. I mean, if I say, God, it have to move. I mean, so after everything with the last semester, I tell me say the GPA is still not pass where it's supposed to pass. And it's so, me not telling no like it's funny because me did so happy. Me did so proud to see the GPA because me say, God, at least when I say all this was not in vain. You understand? So me did just need that B minus to change to A minus. You understand? And me did a course not having a clue where I'm going, and that is why don't just work with what you see. It can be very, very deceiving. You don't know what's going behind the scenes. You don't know what I do. But why is it that him wait until me come and me come cuss? Him wait until he get to the point where my patience run right out. When him literally wait until me get to the point where me fed up, no patience, nothing no left. And him wait until when me completely done with everything and then him decide to do something. That's what's so funny. When we realize that is that, you see, whenever I dabble into things, I may put my own strength, I may try and beat myself, I may work hard, it does not work out. You see, the minute I drop me on the mask and I give up my camp and I'm done, it's like at the time that God always do something. See, I tell myself all the time, literally all the time, me I have to go let go so him can do him I do. And then either way, but the lesson or the moral of the story is to let go and let God, because no matter what me do in this world, if God don't want it to happen at that time, it does not gonna happen. It not gonna happen. And in this story, as me tell you, you wait until I get fed up, patience run out, me completely done. You understand? Like at that point my faith there so because I say, God, look how me expect if you do it over and over and you just not do nothing. So that is why I say I was cussed, like I cuss. And then obviously me go down and look at memory lane and I say, look at how much things that go wrong when we never did want to go wrong, you know? So it's almost like somewhat maybe entitlement or, you know, like ungratefulness won't come in, because when me look at it now, regardless of what that happened at that time, regardless of whatever that happened, it still shouldn't have been enough to get me upset like that. You know, look at it now, because me did vex, like me vex, me upset everything. And there was only one person we could have got about and I God, because I him I do everything, I him I plan out him whole story. And then me reach up with me and say, God, me not like this story no more. Me not like the turn of events, and it just seem like say you cannot just leave me and let me be. There's always some challenge, right? But you get the story. Do not work with what you see, because it can be deceiving. Walk by faith and not by sight. And when things start to go wrong, pray, because it's almost like you just want me come. And anything about it, me glad say in that situation I did fed up. Me glad say I did actually go to him and not somebody else. because I could have go and go vent and cuss or whatever to whoever else, but at the same time like let somebody actually go to him, because at the end of the day it's only him can do something about it. So the lesson or the takeaway is to walk by faith. Your eyes can be very deceiving, so no matter what happen around you, sometimes you can't believe your eyes them sometimes, because sometimes things hell could have broke loose, right? So hell can be breaking loose, but that is not necessarily the truth. That is what the enemy want you to think, say hell have broke loose. But guess what, if you really shut your eye and sit down and search deep within yourself, you realize that maybe things not as bad as how your mind until you say it be. Because when I look back at the situation now, it never did that bad for me, got along so bad, but in that moment, because you're stuck in the situation, you just, I think it's basically, if on a scale of 1 to 10, something I want 5, when you're in a one situation, it can become a 10, so it gets amplified. So it'll give off an effect we not even really have. Because sometimes I really look back and I think to myself, say, it's not even did that bad, so why am I behave so? Like seriously. But you get the moral of the story. But yeah, that's the story. And the funny thing is that just because I wear this shirt, so me I said wait, me never even did do like the episode. So this is gonna be episode what, 4? Yeah, so this is gonna be episode 4, and we're gonna join them together and continue along that line. But yes, so basically this is how the pink one, so this is how the pink color shirt look. So that's basically how it looks. And yeah, I'm basically done with my story. I'm done with the story right now. So yeah.